What is aging? Why are people living twice as long as they used to? How has technology impacted our extended lifespan? One day, will immortality be possible?
Aging is like a tree growing. It's a complex process that doesn't happen overnight. The way people age and how fast or slow it occurs resembles the vast variety of trees in our world and their aging process. Genotyping is the process of determining differences in the genetic makeup of an individual by examining the individual's DNA sequence using biological assays and comparing it to another individual sequence or reference sequence. Genotyping is a type of way that scientists have been able to get closer to predicting a human's lifespan. Genotyping applies a broad range of individuals, including microorganisms. For example, viruses and bacteria can be genotyped. Genotyping can help in the controlling of spreading of diseases by tracing it to the origin of the outbreak. Scientists are able to find over 70 different genes with about 77% accuracy. It reveals which individual genes that a child has inherited from their parents. Now we can test for fatherhood and motherhood and see which traits and possible diseases their child might have. Scientists hope in the future that they will be able to further figure out genoming for the whole body, not just certain strands of DNA. Scientists in the world are very eager to see where genoming might take us in the future.
So my name is David Madden, that I can tell you without any problem. What I do here at the Institute, I'm interested primarily in understanding sort of the underlying causes of aging, and to do that I'm particularly interested in stem cell biology. It kind of falls into two camps, I would say. One is that stuff happens, like so you get old, stuff happens, and you die. The other camp is that it's probably quite a bit more nuanced than that, and if anything, there might be, so one of the latest trends in terms of thinking about this, you could have specific tissues in your body as you get older that start actually influencing your whole body's pathway towards aging. One of those that we're looking at is fat, actually.
It is known that women live longer than men, which is mainly due to chromosomes, testosterone, and menopause. Women have two X chromosomes and men have an X and a Y chromosome. If women have an unusual gene on one of their chromosomes, they can use the normal gene on the other chromosome and avoid the disease. But men cannot use the other chromosome if a gene on one of their chromosomes is defective. Furthermore, men have much higher levels of testosterone than women, and due to this, between the ages of 15 and 24, men are 3 times more likely to die than women. Testosterone causes men to be more likely to take risks and become more aggressive, which leads to more violent and reckless behavior in car accidents. In the past, death during childbirth was the leading cause of death in women, but due to obstetrical care, this is no longer a prevalent issue. Also, menopause has been viewed as a reason for longevity. Menopause is an evolutionary adaptation that prevents women from giving birth if they are too old. The later a woman gives birth, the higher chance they are at risk of death during childbirth.
Lifespan, as we all know, is affected by many different things. However, the advancements in medicine plays a very big factor. In the olden days, diseases decimated whole populations and was the most common cause of death. It affected everyone from all different age groups. The invention of vaccines was groundbreaking. Many diseases that killed millions of people have been completely wiped out because of vaccines, and diseases have become preventable. Because of this, lifespan has greatly increased. Modern-day medicine, healthcare, technology, and etc. are playing the biggest role in extending longevity. Now that many diseases are so rare, it's easy to think vaccines are not as important, but in fact they are just as important as ever, and often the only thing standing between someone and a deathly disease. In the 1970s, there was a scare about a whooping cough vaccines, and parents stopped vaccinating their kids. And sure enough, it led to 3 epidemics, and as many children died. Vaccines have saved lives daily and led to long, healthy lives.
Nutrition is a proven aspect
that affects how long you live. In the recent years, there are numerous diets that are being developed that are found to increase longevity. To begin, in general, eating healthfully is associated with reduced chronic diseases. On the other hand, there is research that overeating causes stress on your body, which can lead to a shorter lifespan and other health problems. There are studies that prove that calorie restriction is associated with longevity. In the 1930s, investigators found that laboratory rats and mice lived up to 40% longer when fed a calorie-restricted diet. However, besides all these scientific discoveries about the food you eat and the new diets that are forming, there is one diet that has proven that people on this diet have the longest life expectancy rates. This is the diet in Japan called the Okinawa diet. The average age lived is 110 years old. The aspects of this diet include a calorie-restricted diet, antioxidant-rich, low in fat and sugar, vegetarian, and seafood-rich. This diet was developed after a Japanese woman, Misao Okawa, lived until the age 115. After this, people began to adopt this diet all around Japan. Present day, scientists are still studying and discovering nutrition groups that are extending and reducing longevity.
My name is Paula Beal, and I'm 82 years old.
Name. Parker. 6.
Probably not as many responsibilities. I do like to stay active. I volunteer at Nazareth House.
Playing on the iPad. Baseball.
I've had to slow down some, and the memory isn't as good as it was when I was younger, and that's just the way it is.
You think
Still the youngest.
You're so
I try not to take life as seriously as I did when I was younger, but so far that hasn't worked.